This is Big Delight.
This over here is Big Clam.
Yeah. All right.
Real fellas know.
So today we're gonna be talking about music and video games.
Yep.
Maybe music in video games.
Maybe a little bit
I
of
really
both.
don't know.
We're not too sure yet.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite video games, and I think a lot of people's favorite video game franchises, is Doom. Doom
Oh
Eternal.
yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah. You got the side scroller versions.
No.
You got the more.
My favorite Doom, honestly, would be Doom 2016, just because it's just so simple. You
Yeah.
kill anything that you can get to. Like you kill anything that's moving. Just stuff like that. Those games are just peak.
Yeah.
It's bloody. It's got some metal, and the music in the game. Every time you punch somebody, it changes the riff,
Yeah.
and nobody knows about that. Nobody understands that. It changes the riff of the guitar whenever you punch something in a certain way.
Mhm.
How
So
better could they get?
Doom is a game about demons, and they're kind of taking over. I think it's the moon.
I think it's Mars. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Mars.
So
they're
they're
taking
taking
over Mars.
they're taking over a different planet, and we can't have that. We got to get to it first. So we send this one guy in. He has a bit anger issues maybe,
Yep.
and he goes over there and he kills everything.
Pretty
And-
much. It's the whole game, but you have fun doing it.
And it's impressive that they made a whole storyline off of just like a side scroller game that was only made like that and only designed around that just because of how limited the technology was.
Yeah, you can run the old Doom game on like a calculator. I think you can run it on like an old watch. How? Like that's how simple Doom is, and then they just put it into 3D, just made it better. And they got a VR version. I don't know how good that one is. I actually have to play that one.
I'm not sure.
I know there's a VR one though. I know that for sure. Doom Eternal. Now I know a lot of people love Doom Eternal. I like it. I think it's a really fun game. It's just I'm always stuck on Doom 2016, and then Doom Eternal kind of comes out here, and is like,
I'll come back.
oh, you can't melee, you can't do any of this. So there's no rift change anymore, which I'm a firm believer in. Okay,
Yep.
I love it, and just like the heavy hitting chords whenever you hit somebody, it's my favorite thing of all. I think in that game. And Doom Eternal doesn't have it. There's a lot of weird different things that Doom Eternal added, kind of to things that really did not make sense. I mean, it doesn't. I like the game.
Yeah.
The game's fun. The game's really fun. Just that riff thing, man.
And I think Doom has a lot of good history outside of the game too, because it was pretty heavily criticized for being like Satan supporting.
Mm-hmm.
But like the guy was like, there's not much you can do to make a game more Christian than killing demons. Like just that's it.
And the community of Doom, they all love each other. I've never seen, at least for me, I've never really seen a bad Doom, I guess, group, if you would call it that. I've never really seen it before.
I feel like it's definitely an older demographic.
100%, but I think that's the good thing about it, because I
Yeah.
don't think the newer generations could understand what like Doom did, and Doom is just at when we were born. So it's kind of like, oh, can we really be talking about it? Yeah. I mean, we play it. I play it still. I play that game a lot. Like, I have 100% of the game like twice. Like it's every little Doom action figure, everything. I got everything in that game, every single thing.
And it's impressive that it takes such a mindless concept and just like creates so much with it. Like it's a mindless game, but I mean once you really start thinking about it, it's pretty graphic.
Yeah, like you can split people's heads open and just
So like in
Man.
one like train of thought, you could be, it's a little concerning that's like so you become
Yeah.
desensitized to it so quickly.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it's very impressive that they were able to take that and make it feel so tame.
Yeah, and like, there's so many different enemies in that game that came from the old game where it was just
Yeah.
2D. I mean, they added a lot of new ones too, and it's perfectly fine. Man, it's just like, it's crazy how they did that. Took the most simplest game ever and turned it into a 3D version, and just absolutely great. The soundtrack of it, man, I'm not gonna be able to say that enough. That soundtrack is godly, and I think everybody knows that.
The soundtrack has definitely made its way into my playlist.
It's in there a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me, oh my gosh, it makes me kill Microsoft. Like,
Yeah.
God.
Slain away in Microsoft.
Yeah. You know what, another game makes me just feel fantastic whenever somebody judges me on it? Plants vs. Zombies.
Plants vs. Zombies. That's
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I hate it when people judge my my sunflower positioning. You know, that really
Yeah.
grinds my gears. Like, I'm not a big fan of it. It's just, man, I had this one dude in my Microsoft work class. His name was Vincent. Bro, every day he just kept just hitting on me with that thing. I was just like, bro,
I don't know if
it doesn't matter if I place garlic at the end of the lane. It doesn't matter. I still got more sun than placing it in the little back area. Man, he thought he was cool too. But that game is also just a really simple game, like Doom. It's just very cut and dry. You're on the plant side. You're trying to defend a house, just a house with an old guy in it with a pan on his head. But it turns into like such like, I don't know. That game is really strategic. Like, that game can really get your mind blaring up.
Yeah. And you know, there's only so serious you can take Plants vs. Zombies
Yeah.
before you kind of feel weird about it. And I think that makes the game better because there's no real way to try really hard at it. You know, of course you could do like the little glitches and like
Yeah.
the strategically play stuff, but there's also a way to play the game where you just place random things
Yeah.
and it works out.
Hopefully it works
Yeah.
out. Sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
you're sitting there and you just unlucky.
Commercial break. Yeah.
Dude, are you tired?
Yeah?
Get you some Monster Energy!
Oh yeah! Well, speaking on mindless games, I still think one of my top mindless games is Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh man, you were talking about the new one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Man,
the brand
dude,
new one.
I love that one. That one's so good.
Yeah.
That one, dude, that one got me hooked for like a good month, maybe two, maybe
Yeah.
3. Honestly, that game was really good.
I just love how it rides, you know.
Like,
'cause-
it feels like the older games, but then it's got the new, like, it still has the old kick of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games.
Mhm.
But it just took everything I think that it needed back in the day
Yeah.
and just put it right up here for us.
So Tony Hawk Pro Skater was essentially just going around on a certain map and gaining as many points as possible and
Yep.
completing different missions in the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the remastered edition, I think it really did something with its board collections like series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's an insane amount of hard ones you have to
Yeah.
get. Man, I've never really grinded it just because I'm not that good at that game. But
Yeah.
it's not like Doom to me.
I think my hardest board that I have right now is this ugly Santa Cruz board. But it costs 1,000,000 points to get it. So you have to get 1,000,000 in a 2-minute session with no mods.
Dang.
Yeah.
Man, it's just like that game is so grindy, but it's really good. Like, I played the older games that much, but I was younger, so I didn't really notice too much. I didn't know that the board pretty much never stops.
Yeah.
Like, you don't stop going. I'm so used to playing Skate 3. That's another really good game, Skate 3. Man, that game is good, but it can be really hard though too.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I always preferred Tony Hawk over Skate,
yeah.
just because of how quick paced it is, and even in I think it's Tony Hawk Wasteland on the PS2, which is like kicking it back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's I think you could pick your board up with that one, and you had basic controls like you could smash windows.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it's such a nice little detail because it just adds so much texture to the game.
Yeah, it just adds so much, like, I guess not so much realism, just like you get more stuff in the game. Like, you can do more stuff, and it's such an older game. That's exactly what we need.
Yeah.
And now we have it with the new Pro Skater game. I think they're still in the development for Skate 4. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, they said they were gonna make one, but that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was a good bit ago. I think COVID really hammered that company for it. Mm-hmm. But I heard I think pre-alpha is already out for the game. I'm not too sure, but
Yeah.
Skate 4, man, like, I'm so excited for it. Like, we really need another Skate game. Like, Skate 3 was so, and it still is, it's so fun. Like, you can't really get bored of it. I mean, it's not really one of those games where you need to pay attention for the game. I get on there and I'm pressing just random stuff, and it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's literally nothing. Like, it's just one of those games. Like, you can hop on it. That's it.
It's one of those minimal reward or minimal effort, maximum reward type of games. You know?
Absolutely.
Just a quick little shot of dopamine to get you through the day,
Yep.
and then
Boot it up.
cruise
Yeah.
on out. Seems that we've reached our time limit for today.
Yep.
So I'd like to thank all of you for watching.
Thanks, Miss Treadway.
This has been big delight.
This is Big Clam.
All right, and we'll see you later.
I'm just not like I used to be. Well, good thing I have Monster Energy.